right now. The other trend that we see in sales right now, what buyers tell us is everything looks the same to them. Everything looks the same. The product and service look the same. The companies look the same. The salespeople look the same. And when everything looks the same to them, and we do this when we're making purchases, the only thing that doesn't look the same is the price. That's really easy for buyers to differentiate on. So my message to people is we have a sameness problem, and you are the unique selling proposition. It's their experience of you during the sales process that is the most heavily weighted item in a buying decision. And it goes back to what you said. You got to make someone feel special, right?
Welcome, everyone, to Doing Business with a Servant's Heart podcast. I'm your host today, Steve Ramona, and every day, I don't know why I said today, but I think I'm pretty fired up for my guest today. And you hear me fired up, excited. But I met this guest a few months ago, and we connected just right away because we're going to talk about sales and a servant's heart. Not 2-3 words that are put together very often, or people think they're serving, and are they really? But before we start and bring our wonderful guest on, let's do our gratitude for today. What sets you apart is your ability to make anyone feel special. And now these are random, came out of the blue. My guest made me feel special today. But you have the power to do that too. Everybody, no matter your situation, make somebody feel special today when you hear this podcast. And reach out to me and let me know what happens, because I'd love to hear. With that being said, let's bring our great guest on today. Joe, welcome to the podcast.
Well, Steve, thank you so much for having me.
You know, you gave me stats, buyers and sales, and what is new. It's changed over, me and you got some gray hair, so we've been around for a while. It's changed. What has changed?
I'm going to go back to something you just said, Steve. Make someone feel special. Salespeople are doing the opposite with potential buyers, right? And so I'll touch more on that here in a few minutes. What we're seeing for sales trends and challenges right now are several things. Right now, buyers are scared to death of making a bad decision. And I'm going to say that again. They are scared to death of making a bad decision. And the old sales term, right, FOMO, fear of missing out. Now it's FOMO, fear of messing up. So how do we create an environment to reduce that fear of messing up that people are overwhelmed right now? The other trend that we see in sales right now, what buyers tell us is everything looks the same to them. Everything looks the same. The product and service look the same. The companies look the same. The salespeople look the same. And when everything looks the same to them, and we do this when we're making purchases, the only thing that doesn't look the same is the price. That's really easy for buyers to differentiate on. So my message to people is we have a sameness problem, and you are the unique selling proposition. It's their experience of you during the sales process that is the most heavily weighted item in a buying decision. And it goes back to what you said. You got to make someone feel special, right? And we're not doing it as a sales tactic. We're doing it because we're human beings, right? And this other human being that we're dealing with has all their fears, doubts, insecurities, and goals and aspirations just like we do. The other thing that we see is buying is harder now than it ever has been. Good news, we got everything at our fingertips. Bad news, we got everything at our fingertips, right? They are overwhelmed, right, with stuff, and they're confused. And when the default response for overwhelmed, confused people is to do either nothing or to do the wrong thing. And we see no decision in sales has always been the most selected option from buyers. We're seeing that more than ever now. Stalled deals, right? ND for no decision. It's like the most selected option in the drop down in your CRM. The other thing that we're seeing is CFOs and business owners are really, really picky where they're going to make their investments now. And what's changed over the last few years is that money's no longer free, right? Really coming out of the Great Recession up until we had the supply chain stuff and interest rates spiked, the cost of money for companies was really, really cheap. So they were willing to make more strategic bets. It's no longer free money anymore, right? So they're still investing money. They're just being really, really selective. So as a salesperson, the challenge is, okay, how do I get Steve to make an investment in what I have to offer versus him choosing the other three or four things that are looking at? So those are the trends and challenges that we're seeing right now. What buyers are also telling us is that salespeople suck, right? Because they don't feel special. And at the top of the list, Steve, is they tell us that salespeople suck at listening. They tell us we suck at listening. Now, I know everybody listening to this right now, they're saying, well, that's not me. Well, guess what? Percentage wise, it is a lot of us, right? And the number one way to make someone feel special that you started off this podcast with is to listen to them. Two ears, one mouth, right? But we go in and we just start dumping on them. They also tell us that we don't understand them, right? We do shallow discoveries. They don't feel heard and understood. And for humans, we have an innate need to feel heard and understood. And a lot of us have never felt heard or understood before, right? Make someone feel special, right? Have them create an environment where they can feel heard and understood. The other thing that buyers tell us is, you don't show me what's possible, right? You know, what is possible right there. You don't provide me insights and ideas. You don't challenge me, right? They're thinking challenged, right? And too oftentimes we just go along to get along. And what they also two other things that they tell us is you're poor at follow up and follow through. Which Steve, you know, my gray hair, I'm older. It's been the biggest complaint from buyers from today, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. We're poor at follow up and follow through. And then lastly, they're really sick and tired of being interrupted and stepped on, and oftentimes, right, or being ignored for selling to a team of people, right? We'll connect with the one person that we're connecting with, and we'll ignore the person, you know, other people. Make someone feel special, right? It comes back to what you said at the beginning of the call. So those are the things that we're seeing right now for trends and challenges and what buyers are telling us. And then I'll take just a brief moment too and tell us here's what they want. And it goes back to doing business with a servant's heart and making someone feel special. Listen to this. What they want is a guide, not a salesperson.
Mm.
That's a different mindset, isn't it?
Oh yeah, completely.
Right. And that goes back to a servant's heart, right? They want a guide, not a salesperson. They want someone to listen to them and truly understand their situation, a guide to help them. And here's why they need a guide. It goes back to we got everything at our fingertips, right? They are inundated with information. So how they want a guide. How do I make sense of all the information that's at my fingertips? There's a high quantity of it and it's high quality.
Yeah.
Help me make sense of that, right? They want a guide to help them make a high confident, low regret decision. They want a guide to help them make a high confident, low regret decision, right? Whatever that happens to look like, we need to help facilitate that process because they've got that FOMO, the fear of messing up is their narrator, the old part of survival part of their brain is on fire, right? They want a guide. How do I navigate the own internal politics within my own company to get this done? Right? You know, we've got competing agendas and competing. I mean, we're all at each other's throats. We can't even decide on what it is that we really want. we need your guide to do that. So that's the big shift right now. Are you being a guide? Or are you being a traditional salesperson that's all about you? You interrupt people. You're doing all the talking. You're ignoring people. You're stepping on them. So that's what we're seeing out there. And boy, is it challenging.
It is. And the image with the guide is I see a guide taking a group of people up a mountain, and every step go, okay, buy this shoes, they're $500. The next step, okay, buy this. Instead of guiding, he's selling all the way up instead of sharing the outdoors that he's trying to share, right?
Right. And coming up here, and maybe not so much this year because we haven't had much snow here in Colorado in the
Mm,
mountains, but people fly in from all over the country for whitewater rafting, right?
yeah.
When the rivers start running and they hire a guide, right? There, you could be in a calm part of the river, right? But the guide's saying, okay, when we go around the bend up here, here's what we're going to be looking at. The guide also knows the weather patterns. The guide will say, yes, it's all clear blue skies right now, but I can tell what's happening. Right, we're going to get off the river right now. And the same thing with climbing a mountain. And smart people, right? They hire coaches for anything. They hire a guide to help get better faster.
To educate and express knowledge to what product or service you're buying. That's what a guide does. Here's what we do. What do you need, Joe? Okay, let me guide you to this product or service, or guide you to a completely different company.
Spot on, right? And
Yeah.
it's where uh, people rush through, they have a like defined sales process and they rush through it, right? Because they connect real well. It's like, oh, well, Steve likes me. We've connected real well, and we rush through the sales process, and then we come to a screeching halt when it comes time to get a decision, right? We have to go slow to go fast. And I don't mean like, taking forever to do this, but the discovery is the most important part, right? Oftentimes people think that they know what they need, and it's not really the right thing, or they haven't really explored the problem deep enough, right? And this is where you have to have the skill of what I refer to as facilitating a buying conversation versus selling, right? How do I create a safe, nervous system regulated environment so that they can open up and share with me? And we do that by asking really, really good questions. But first, we got to be calm. Calm is a superpower.
Yeah.
People can feel it. Our nervous systems are interacting right now. Our nervous systems are interacting with the audience right now. Do we come across as a calm confidence, right? Do we come across as caring? Caring is a superpower, right? People feel it. I keep coming back to make someone feel special. If someone feels heard, understood, and cared about, they're having a completely different experience of Steve as a salesperson than they are with anybody else. And
Yeah.
that makes the difference.
It's huge. And let me ask you this. We're going to jump into VUCA in a minute here, which is powerful. I get asked a lot as I mentor entrepreneurs, how do I handle that no? That the buying decision, they're not ready or they're not interested. How do I make people feel special when I get that no?
Yeah, well, that's going to depend upon when the no comes, right? And we have the wrong view of no. No is the second best thing that we can hear next to yes, right? So no is not a dirty word. The worst thing are the maybes, right? And I jokingly say with owners like you're referring to, or sales leaders, it's like, do your folks have a pipeline or a sewer line? Right? Do you have a pipeline or a sewer line? You got a bunch of maybes in there, right? And when I go through and I can do pipeline reviews with people and I ask questions, right, around what is their true motive to do this? What is their decision process look like? Do they have money, for this? So no's okay. Right. And the sooner we can get to know, the better. And the other way to reframe what no is, for most of us, not everybody, but no just means not now, right? But we take it like it means forever, right? And we take it personally. So you want to do your best to address no's up front, right? And you do that by making them feel special and giving them an experience so that you can really understand their situation. And we can talk more about how to do that effectively, so that getting the decision, a yes, no, or a mutually agreed upon, clearly defined next step is the natural outcome of a well executed sales conversation.
Right. You mentioned follow through at the beginning of the show. That's where that no, not right now comes in. If you get a no and you don't follow back up, well, you just possibly lost the sale. And I know when you treat people special and you serve them, they'll come back. I've had entrepreneurs say, "Yeah, I met somebody today, and 3 months later, they bought my product or service because you made them feel special."
Yeah, let me tell you about a no that I once got and how I handled it. It was the owner of a company, and it was in late July one year. So it was summertime, and we were just in an initial discussions. And he's like, no, I just can't do this. And how I responded to that, and I'll pretend it was you as the owner. I would say, Steve, I appreciate you telling me no. That's fine, not a problem. Okay. I'm just curious, when you say no, does that mean not now or never ever? When you say no, I'm just curious, that triggers the natural human psychology. It triggers the natural child inside of us to come out and share. It keeps people feeling safe. I've already agreed with them by saying that's fine, not a problem. Okay, I want to keep his nervous system settled. And when you say no, does that mean never ever or just not now? And so he took a breath and he goes, listen, it's not never ever. I've got a crazy August coming up. My family, we're taking the kids. We're doing a 3-week European vacation. I'm crazy right now with getting things tied up. Before then, I'm going to need a week or two when I get back. And I'm like, totally understandable. I get it. And then I, went in, where are you going in Europe? And, had a conversation about that. And most importantly, we set a call for the middle of September, right? We set that follow-up meeting. So that simple little phrase, right? I'm just curious, when you say no, does that mean not now or never ever? And
Yeah,
I
that's
purposely go extreme, right? Never ever, because it's rarely never ever, right?
no. No, you've set the call up, and I mean that with a special way. You set them up to be special doing that because I love that, and I tell entrepreneurs all the time when somebody says no to you, serve them even more. Like, hey, Joe, you said this in our conversation. Here's a little resource or tip that will help you with your business. Giving away that great we talked about before the show resources and information you get from others.
Yeah, like you obviously have an unbelievable network, right? I mean, the human SEO is one of your taglines, right? And for someone like you, and I do this as well too. It's like, where might be you be having a challenge in your business right now? I've got a network of people that could potentially help you, right? That's how people do business, right? Is through their own personal network. They don't, especially for professional services like sales consulting, coaching, and
Mhm.
training that I do, or any other kind of consulting, right? They go to their buddies and their friends, right? And ask, hey, who do you know? Or to their current advisors. That's big value that we can provide the people, whether we're doing business with them or not,
Making them feel special. It
making
falls
them
right
feel
back to that. We've done that 3 times already. You made them
uh,
feel special, they're in your network.
right. And it's got to be done from the heart, right?
Authentic.
Somebody once said to me, "Oh, I can fake sincerity," and I'm like, "Bullshit! You can't, you can't fake sincerity. You can't fake this stuff, right? Caring is a superpower. They feel it, right? They can feel whether this person really truly cares about me or not, and that goes back into making someone feel special. And buyers tell us, not only are we not making them feel special, we're turning them off, right? And there's this stat out there, the number changes all the time that, buyers are already 67% of the way through their buying process by the time they engage a salesperson, and they would prefer not to engage a salesperson at all, right? They're only saying that because salespeople suck, right? We got a crappy guide in the mountains for the river, for the whitewater rafting, right? They value talented salespeople that make them feel special, that facilitate a conversation to help them make a high confident, low regret decision, whatever that looks like. And as a salesperson, we're not married to that.
Yeah. Let's jump. I love all this. And we got some a little bit of time left. VUGA, VUGA. What is that?
Yeah, it's VUCA, and VUCA stands for
VUCA. Sorry.
volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. And I'll say it again, VUCA, volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. And we are living in a VUCA world, right? We really always have. It's just we know everything that happens, instantaneously now. Where years ago that wasn't the case, and it's why I'm really focused so much right now on nervous system regulation. Calm is a superpower, right? Our brain operates better when our nervous system is regulated, right? The prefrontal cortex, the executive functioning part of our brain, the problem solving, the reasoning part of our brain operates more optimally when our nervous system is settled, right? So, sales and life is so much about the situation we're in and the context of the situation. So, what travels between different contexts in all areas of our life, right? State of mind travels, right? And a big focus I have, Steve, is right thinking, right action, right results. And too oftentimes, training in anything is focused on behavioral change. Behavioral change rarely works because our behaviors are driven by our emotions and feelings, which are predominantly driven by our thinking. How are we thinking right now? Listen to this commentary, the running narrator that we have, right? So a relaxed confidence translates between all different contexts and situations, right? Caring translates between all contexts and situations. Make someone feel special. And we keep coming back to that, right? That is a huge for me today. And you started the podcast off, who can I make feel special today? Right? If you just go out and do that in your life, good things are going to happen for you. So, caring, curiosity, courage, listening, being reliable and
Mhm.
dependable, uh, being able to read the room, those are all things that people can get better at that travel well between one context to another so that we can handle ourselves in this VUCA world of volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity.
Beautifully said. And it's so true. And we got to know the world. We got to know the people because if we did this 20 years ago, there's been a whole different conversation. Like you
Right.
said, it's
Right.
huge.
Yeah, right. I mean, think about things, right? Did anybody have a worldwide pandemic on their bingo card for 2020? No, right? I mean, that disrupted everything and it brought up a lot of issues, emotional issues for people. And then we had the supply chain issues and the huge the spike in pricing and inflation. We still feel that. We've got a war in Iran now. We've got our own personal problems, right? All of us, go through seasons where, there's health challenges, there's financial challenges, there's relationship challenges, right? How do we deal with this? And calm is a superpower. Caring is a superpower. And if we can settle ourselves down, and the metaphor I use for this, Steve, is my Snoopy snow globe here, right? Um, we shake ourselves. We're doing this. The narrator in our head is shaking. You can't see clearly, right? And
Yeah.
I keep this as a reminder to me. All I need to do is to stop shaking myself and things settle down. And look at
Wow.
Snoop, and look at Snoopy. He's got a big smile on his face, and he's got Woodstock with him. and I'm very spiritually oriented. And for me, in this, Woodstock represents the Holy Spirit. If I, moment to moment, realize that the Holy Spirit's moving with me, I'm clear, right? But when I forget that, or I get news alerts, or my nervous system gets shaken, right, we can't see clearly. You
Yeah.
can buy this on Amazon. It's the Hallmark Snoopy snow globe. But I have reminders like this, and I look at it because guess what? I get angry, I get pissed off, I get mad, I get sad, just like everybody else does. But what can we do to settle ourselves down in this VUCA world so that we can see clearly? And how can we help others see clearly and settle down? Calm is contagious. So is anxiety and fear, right? What are
Yeah.
we? You're going back to make someone feel special. Your presence alone can make someone feel special. Have you ever been in the presence of someone? They don't even have to say anything.
They walk in a room and light up the dark room.
They light up the dark room, right? And they talk about all the great spiritual masters had that power, right? They could just they brought that calm into the room, right? Your presence can make a difference. But if we're shaken and fear is running us and anxiety is running us, that's going to happen at times. What can we do to settle ourselves down? Because again, in sales, it's their experience of you during the sales process that is the differentiator, right?
It's powerful.
Make someone feel special today.
What a way to start the show and end the show perfectly. So let me ask a question to get to know you more personal. And thank you for all the information, audience. Hope you wrote it down. I got a bunch of notes here. So I'm going to come to your area in Colorado. You're going to pick your favorite restaurant. I want you to invite three people to join me and you, whether dead or alive, who've been influential in your life, who've made that difference. Kind of a thank you. And they could be dead or alive, like I said. But more importantly for me, you're going to order the food for the table. What would you order for the table?
Well, that's that's an interesting question. First, I would ask if because I care about people, does anybody have a food allergy?
Look
Right?
at you. Yeah.
Because if we were to go, I love seafood, but I can't eat shellfish. I have an allergic reaction, a nasty one, to shellfish. So I would get a feel, and if I knew the people in advance, I'd already have a feel for that, right? And that goes back to doing homework, right? If you know that someone really likes something, right? You pick a restaurant that's catered to them, right? So
Yep.
and this goes back into sales, right? Is that we too many times people are unprepared going into the call. They're asking
Oh
the
yeah.
old question from 15 years ago. Tell me about your business, right? You didn't go online and learn about me in advance. Right, so
Yeah.
I would be caring and ask people. I'd want to know about food allergies and other likes and dislikes before just ordering for the table. Because again, what we typically do is we order what I want, right? And that goes
Beautiful.
back to sale. What do I want? I want a sale, right? Versus coming in with the servant's heart to have a relaxed conversation, human being to human being, to see if I can help them or not.
You know, I've done the question 500 times, Joe, and you're the first guy to turn it really into a sales because it is those three people, which we'll get in a second here. You're selling them to come to sit at the table with us, and food is part of that sale. Whether you're buying or not, it doesn't matter. People are going to come sit at that table to join us. Will only join us if it's they like the food and like us, and that's the whole thing. Audience, you know, you're selling every day, whether it's your business or your personal life, and that's why some of these tools are powerful. So, who are
Right.
the three people you'd love to invite?
Uh, without a doubt, I'd want Jesus at the table.
Amen.
And what a conversation that could be, right? To really understand. And then it's probably because I'm into books right now about the. We went to France last year and went to Normandy, and I've never been to Normandy before. My father and his three brothers all served in World War II. Churchill and FDR, what would to have conversations with them would be unbelievable. So those are the three names that come to mind for me right now.
And I'm not surprised they're all powerful leaders.
Mm.
That's the other thing of sales. You work with sales leaders. You need to be a leader, even if it's one-on-one. And where leaders do have that servant heart.
And boy, were all three of them dealing with VUCA:
Oh,
volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity.
personally and professionally. Churchill,
Person.
who was, in a wheelchair, or FDR, excuse me, FDR was.
FDR was in a
Yeah,
wheelchair, and Churchill suffered from depression in a big way. So how did they? They're remember, London was under siege, and Churchill used to go up and stand up on the building to watch it. He didn't hide himself in a bunker, right? How did they deal with all this, right? To overcome arguably the most evil person who's ever walked the face of the earth in Hitler, right?
yeah,
How did they do that?
yeah. Now I want that table, but we'll work on that later. We'll use AI to figure that out. So thank you again. We're blessed to have you on today because sales is everywhere and it's done. We talked before the show. It's done incorrectly so many ways now because of the phone you showed and what's happening. I know people listening because I know a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners listen and they're doing sales. How can they reach out to you and connect with you?
Yes, they can find me on the web at thesalescatalyst.net. Again, that's thesalescatalyst.net. You can find me on LinkedIn as Joe Gregory, and I live in Greater Denver. And my phone number is 303-345-5370. And I'd welcome having conversations with folks.
Look at that. A servant's heart doesn't back away from anything, keeps himself out there. So, Joe, I'm going to do something special. I'm going to treat the audience special today. How's that sound?
I think that sounds great.
So, audience, you've listened this far, and I hope you have because you're going to be very, very well educated, motivated, and inspired. The first three people to reach out to me or Joe, and you mentioned this podcast, I'm going to send you a book because I love reading and you mentioned the book. So the first three people, just do that. Joe will get me your contact info. I'll get your address and I'll send you a book I've used for the last 2 years to grow myself. And let's make you feel special. All right, Joe?
Amen.
Let's make
Thank you,
that
Steve, for
happen.
having me. You rock.
You bet. And subscribe to the YouTube channel because you're talking to somebody who has a business and their sales are struggling. You hear sales, fear, sales struggling, sales problem. This is a podcast you want to share with them. And again, you're making them feel special. That's the whole theme of this because they're going to listen to Joe for 10 or 15 minutes and go, that's what we're doing wrong. Or maybe they reach out to Joe and call him. You just gave them a gift, impacted them, and made them feel special. And then you get to feel special. So that's reciprocative. I can never say that word. Law of reciprocity. I'll use it that way. So with that being said, me and Joe want to thank everybody for watching or listening to this podcast. And we'll see you all on the next episode of Doing Business with a Servant's Heart. Have a great day, everyone.